All right, welcome back to No BS Just News with Steve. As always, I'm your host. Thanks for tuning in to the best YouTube around. Just kidding. Hey, so listen up. I put a video out yesterday in reference to the stimulus and the payment status saying not available. I appreciate all the comments and the feedback. It looks like the majority of Americans who have not received their stimulus yet have the payment status not available. We need more information. We're working on it, or not eligible. So a lot of you know that you're eligible. So you're getting we need more information. We're working on it. They've sent out 90 million stimulus checks already by direct deposit. There's 158 million total to go out. It said that they have already mailed out 150,000 checks to mailing addresses. I watched a video that was recommended, and I've watched this guy before, and he's very reputable. Over 1 million subs. Puts a lot of factual information out there. Clear Value Tax. Go check him out. In his video on Thursday, he talked about the payment status not available, and he said, and I quote, "If you're getting that message, your payment hasn't been processed yet." So it's either your payment hasn't been processed yet or you're not eligible. Now we know that 85% of Americans are eligible to receive the stimulus check. Therefore, you're eligible, it just hasn't processed. The IRS is severely behind in tax returns. The system is overloaded. Somebody dropped a comment and said it should be updated by Monday, March 22nd, when it was said that more stimulus checks will go out by mail. If you receive the payment by direct debit card, the IRS will not load money on that card again. They will issue either a new direct debit, a check, or if you have updated direct deposit information, they will direct deposit into that account. Now, if you're getting the message that says, basically they can't send out your stimulus check because they don't have it, they need information, it may give you the option, and it should give you the option, to go in and update your checking account information or whatever you're using to get a direct deposit. Therefore, they can reroute that stimulus money to the correct account. Now, I know a lot of you have already filed your your tax return. But if you filed like March 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, right around when that stimulus was approved, it's not going to be updated, and the system didn't catch it before they started processing payments. So unfortunately, they're going to probably go off your 2019 tax return, which sucks for a lot of you guys, I know, because you went in there just like you were directed. Make sure you file your 2020 tax return if you feel like you're not going to qualify from 19 and you made less than 2020, and make sure you update your direct deposit information as well as your address if it's changed. However, the IRS didn't start processing tax returns until February 12th. So even those of you that have filed before then and then were in line to be processed seem to not have, it went to a wrong account, or you're getting the payment status not available. So my best advice would just be to hang in there. I'm sure it will update. I hope that it updates for all of you, because I know it's a pain in the ass to have to wait for the stimulus money when the IRS could have just handled it, let you go in and either update your information or whatever. But it seems to be the majority of Americans are getting that payment not available. And I've seen not only Clear Value Tax, but Stephen Gardner, Logan Alec, those YouTubers that spend a lot of time on stimulus, have said that it's basically they haven't processed your payment yet, or the system is so overloaded it just hasn't updated yet. Now, there's no reason to go in and check that every 3 or 4 times a day, because it updates usually overnight, and it's not going to update through the day that I know of. I mean, that's what the IRS says. That's what the news is saying. That's what several YouTubers are saying. So I know it's tough. Hang in there. Let me know if it's changed for you in the past couple days. Those of you that dropped the comments, anybody new here, and now it's giving you a date that a check is going to be mailed out. So if you had if your payment status said not available, we need more information. We're working on it, or not eligible, and now it's changed to your payment has been scheduled to be mailed out, I don't know, March 22nd to the address on file or whatever date. Please let me know in the comments so I can update in my next video. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. In other news, in Indianapolis, and this happened last week, and a good friend of mine told me about this, and I was like completely shocked. Indianapolis quadruple homicide started after argument over stimulus check, court documents show. The man accused of killing 3 adults and a 7-year-old girl in Indianapolis on Saturday night, last Saturday, told police he began shooting everyone inside the home after an argument over a stimulus check. Malik Halfakri, 25, was taken into custody a day after police say he shot and killed Anthony Johnson, 35, Taquin Moore, 23, Eve Moore, 7, and Tamika Brown, 44. Over stimulus. You just lost your entire life, bro. A survivor of the shooting, who family shared a daughter with Halfakri, was shot in the back during the incident and directed police to the residence Saturday night. Halfakri said in an interview with the police that he and his daughter's mother were arguing because he wanted some of her stimulus check, according to a probable cause affidavit. He told investigators that after he shot everyone inside the home, he took the money and his daughter's mother's purse and car before leaving. So obviously he wasn't all the way right up top in the brain stem, y'all. That's crazy. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Deputy Chief of Investigations Craig McCart on Monday announced Halfakri had been preliminarily, can't even say it, but you know what I mean, charged with 4 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, 1 count of robbery, and that means he'll be doing either life without parole or death row was the case. So, how ridiculous is that? I mean, I get it. You're frustrated. It's stimulus. A lot of folks need the money. You could be looking to get, $6,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 to $9,000 to $10,000. Some of you more than that. Is it really worth taking lives over stimulus money? I don't understand that. But I worked in the prison system. I didn't understand a lot of the crimes that were committed by a lot of these criminal minds that we had in some of our facilities that I worked in. I had a porter that had chopped up his whole family and fed him to his wife in like a stew. I mean, what? I was sitting there one day in the office and he's cleaning and blah blah blah, and I'm like, you know what are you here for, man? And he's like, well, I'm doing life. And I said, okay, well, for what? What'd you do? And I've talked about this in a past video. He's like, well, I walked in, caught my wife cheating on me, and he said it sent me into a rage like I've never experienced before. And he's like, I ended up, paying her back. I killed my kids, chopped them up, and fed them to her. He's like, I made a stew out of them. I'm like, so you caught your wife committing adultery in the act of adultery. I get it. You go into a rage. So you decided to kill your kids and then feed them to her? How come you didn't just kill the dude? Or how come you just didn't walk away? I mean, I get it. I've been in a rage before where you just cannot control yourself. However, it's never crossed my mind to take anybody's life that is completely innocent, like a kid It's never crossed my mind. I mean, I'm sure it's crossed my mind. I'm going to kill this effing mother, but it's not. It's not like I'm intending to do that. I'm just so mad. That's what crosses your mind sometimes, right? I'm going to kill this son of a bitch. But you don't end up doing that. Yeah, I've been in some major assaults and things like that in my early years, and I've done some dumb things, but never have I ever thought about, you know what, I'm going to go kill this guy and actually act on it and know that I'm going to act on it. Never. I mean, I guess if I was put in a situation like that, I may, completely lose it, but I wouldn't kill my kids. I wouldn't kill my wife. I don't know. I wouldn't kill my kids. That's for a fact. I'd probably, throw some knuckles, hand out some knuckle sandwiches. I don't know. But it's time to boss up. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. It's just stupid. I don't know. I'm rambling here, folks. I talked to a friend of mine yesterday, and I want you to know this. Those of you that follow me and like some of my content that I put out about the Aryan Brotherhood and some of the different prison gangs within in the corrections facilities. I'm going to try to link up with her. She was an SSU officer in the prison system for a long time, retired, back in doing something different, and she knows a lot about the different prison gangs, the validation points, how they validate them, what's done. You do a lot of observation, watch them on the yard, who they talk to, letters they write, patches they have. Just there's a multiple things that you validate an inmate, and trust me, they do not want to be validated and sent away and locked down. That's the furthest thing that they want, so they will do whatever it takes to not meet the criteria. It's a point system. So tattoos might be worth 3 points, a letter might be worth 4 points. They see you mingling with the wrong person, that might be it. But it's just there's several things to it. However, she's a wealth of knowledge, and I'm going to try to get her on my channel. We're going to talk about some of the things that we've been through, we've studied, case law, things like that. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I can convince her. She's shy when it comes to being in front of the camera. I think a lot of us are like that. I was like that for a long time. But hopefully that comes to fruition and we can get that done. So stay tuned. I know you guys are frustrated with the payment status not available, but I think for sure it's going to update here pretty quick, and you'll see a date that your stimulus check was either routed to your mailing address or sent as a direct debit card, or maybe even direct deposited into your account. So stay tuned, y'all. I will continue to bring updates, more comment. Do me a favor, like this video, because it gets me into the algorithm and it shares my content so people can get the information as I update. And, go ahead and subscribe. Share it. I definitely appreciate it. I got a lot of great feedback yesterday, and it really humbled me. I appreciate that. It makes me feel good that, at least I'm putting somewhat of some educational information out there, even though, I'm not the greatest, I know, and I get a lot of hate comments, but I get a lot of positivity, and there was a lot of feedback yesterday. I had over 80 or 90 comments, and that's insane for me, and I'm sorry that I haven't responded to a lot of you, but I at least try to, read your comment, like it, and if I have an opinion, I'll respond to it. But I appreciate it. There's a lot of things changing for me. I'm moving on into a different aspect of life here, and I may talk about that down the road. However, I'm not going to talk about that now. But stay tuned for some more video, different content. We're going to talk about some different prison gangs, as I said, how they become validated, what things are looked for to meet the criteria of the points, the difference between California prison system and Arizona prison system, which is a lot of differences. So stay tuned, y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all keep rocking with me. I definitely appreciate it. Goon Squad, stay on the lookout for some apparel that's going to be coming out, because it's definitely coming out. You can believe that. Let me know what you want to see. You want a hoodie? You want a hat? I ain't doing a coffee cup and shit like that. I'm actually trying to create my own coffee, and I was not going to talk about this, but I'm trying to come up. I'm a big coffee drinker. So I'm trying to come up with a no BS coffee that is just purely just bomb coffee. So stay on the lookout for that. It's in the works. I just got a couple offers to be sponsored, and I'm going to look in to see if I like them. If so, I'll start talking about them on my channel here, and you'll get 20 to 30% off using my code. So there's some good things trending here, so I appreciate it. Stay tuned, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.